Today on Drawbli, Abby is drawing.
Spark.
Spark?
Spark.
Click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And comment below with other ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
Now, I did not do the prompt Spark for our last list of prompts that we created for ourselves. We actually had a very large list of potential options.
We did.
I did not do Spark. You obviously did. Tell me about your Spark.
Yes. Well, so she just sparked an idea of creativity, and yeah, there's not a lot of thought put into that. I saw this dancer and I wanted to draw her, and I attached
You obviously
spark
grabbed
to the
this
word.
from some German website with that .de.
Oh, did I? Is that what the .de is? .Denmark or something?
I don't remember exactly what it stands for, but I do believe that that is the German TLD.
Yeah, I wasn't even really sure I would use this drawing.
You
in
mentioned
Drawbli.
that, yeah. So this was just like a sketch that you did, but you ended up taking it further?
Yeah, I ended up finishing it because I wanted to. It was never like one of my, it's not my usual style, as it were. And it's not my usual method or workflow of creating. There's no sketch. I just use the lasso tool to create my color blocks.
Yeah. Which I like doing. I think that's a really fun way to work.
It was a fun way to work. It was a little, it was different. I don't know how to describe it.
Sculpting.
But yeah, okay.
Because you're carving in your shapes and you're subtracting from them.
Yeah, and bending
has
them.
that
Yeah, okay. I agree with that actually, because like I said, totally different experience. I ended up taking away this eye and making her eye closed and off of her, where you can't see her face very much, because I wasn't really worried about trying to create a face here. It was mostly about cleaning all these janky, like rough edges from the lasso tool process.
Sometimes you get some fun shapes, some happy accidents, if it were.
But a lot of it was just tweaking. Like I said, I originally thought this might just be a quick sketch. I even put it away for a few days, and then I ended up coming back to it, and because I wasn't totally satisfied with it, and made a list of, well, if I fix these things, and you'll see the list later, then I will allow myself to call it finished. I spent probably cumulatively 3 hours of recorded time on this.
Very nice.
Maybe there's a little bit that's unrecorded, just because I was just recording, on the off chance I'd end up using it. But no.
It already looks awesome here, and we're only a few minutes in, so I can't wait to see how it turns out at the end. I have not seen this one finished up, but it looks really cool already.
Thank
I like it a
you.
lot.
Thanks.
I don't know why you weren't feeling this one.
Weren't digging it? I don't know. It's really hard to say. I guess just because it felt so foreign to me, this way of creating,
It's new.
and I was intentionally trying to stay very simple.
The head, it's gone.
Yeah, like I never edited the shape of her body. Those shapes I set down for
They look
her
cool.
outfit, it just seemed not likely to me that I probably had it right the first time around, but quickly my eyes adjusted to the point where I couldn't really see things that might have been wrong with it. So I was like, there might be something here that's just so wildly misproportioned, and I just can't see it.
No, it looks pretty good. What is she doing? Is this
So she's
this is
rhythmic gymnast,
Okay.
which is a really cool gymnastics type where the gymnast often uses a baton with a ribbon attached, or they will perform just with a ball that they'll toss in the air and they'll catch and dance.
I have seen the ball thing, but I didn't know that was a gymnastics thing.
Oh, well, yeah, it's often these people. Oh, I'll have to show you a video after this.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, I thought it was just like it's kind of like what's it? It's a form of juggling. It's like still juggling or something. I don't remember what it's called.
I've never heard of that.
They've talked about it on Bim Bam. It's like the fushigi balls. It's
Oh.
the same type of juggling. So like the
Interesting.
large ball, like roll it over your shoulders and stuff. Do they do stuff like that, or?
They do, but they're also very advanced athletes who are able to incorporate their flexibility and strength and dance powers.
Yeah, and they'll like do like some kind of like roll move where the ball rolls down their back as they roll on the ground, and then like they go into a headstand and the ball's just perfectly resting on their foot. Yeah, that stuff's insane.
And it's always set to music, so that adds
so this
a
is
whole
similar
other element.
with the baton.
The same, I believe, performers that use the balls also will have routines with the baton and ribbon.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This performer, since I put Rhythmic Gymnast 2022 into my search, I don't know why I chose 20. I was like, maybe it'll give me something recent.
Why did you pick, well, to step back even further, why did you pick rhythm gymnast or rhythmic gymnast?
I was originally looking up rock climbers, and Pinterest decided that that was a similar athletic performance to...
These are looking so cool.
I know, I redrew that ribbon so many times.
All of these are so good.
Thank
I don't
you.
know why.
Oh, believe me, I keep redrawing it. That's not the last you'll see of the ribbon.
That one looks so good.
Thanks, but I do end up changing it again. I do like this one, and I actually do keep this one. I think I redraw the end of it a bunch.
That looks awesome.
Thank you.
You are crazy. That looks so cool. So why did you pick rhythmic gymnast?
Because I saw the picture after I was searching rock climbers for a long time. My brain was fried because I'll do that on Pinterest. I'll start a search, and then none of the reference pictures are what I want. And I wish I didn't do this, but I spend so much more time trying to pick a reference picture I like, even knowing like, oh, I want to work on X, Y, or Z. I get so picky. And so that really can put me down some really funny rabbit holes of endless scrolling, tapping on a picture, clicking and scrolling under that to see what pictures are related to that. So
I probably spend a solid 30 seconds looking for my reference.
Oh,
photos.
see, I wish I had your superpower, because I just look and look and look until finally I'm like, I just gotta pick something. So I pick something. And in this case, that's pretty much what happened.
You gotta know your interests. You gotta know what you like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess I gotta see everything that's
figure it out more as you
out
go.
there to determine that. Yeah. Here's my list. I was like, okay, I'll use this for Drawbli if I do all these things.
Step 1, fix everything.
Oh, yeah.
Redraw the ribbon. You better not. That ribbon looks
only
so
redraw
good.
the end of the ribbon. Although I think
Okay, the end of the ribbon can be redrawn. That's
I
fair.
save this layer the ribbon's on, and I redraw it a couple times, and then I go back to this layer. I put
Of course
this layer
you
back
do.
on, because it is actually...
That sounds like the Abby I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna redraw this a few more times. Oh, I like the first one.
Yeah. You don't know what you have until you try to recreate something better. and
The
you're like,
ribbon's
oh, no.
always cleaner on the other layer.
Yeah, plus I couldn't remember what brush I used to create it initially, so I was just never satisfied with any of my
I like how you
attempts.
draw one, then you go back and you look at your other ribbon, then
Yeah.
you draw another and go back and look at your other ribbon. You're like, no.
Oh, you wouldn't believe how many times I'm like, this way, this way, this way, that way, which way, which way? Just tons of iterations.
What were you thinking there? Like, what was going through your head?
Oh, like the shape of the original top of the ribbon, like how that undulates. I didn't want to get too far away from that to keep it all on theme.
You gotta focus on, you can't get bogged down in what's not important.
The
too
thing
much.
is, like, this is such a simple piece. Every detail like that feels like it's much more important just because there's less going on overall. I feel like all the small things matter quite a bit more.
One thing that starts to sink in a lot more as you do artwork over the years is how long people, and even yourself, are going to look at this artwork in the future.
That's why, even though it's just small things, it all adds up to one big whole. So they only get a few seconds. So I want the overall thing to just already be perfect as they can. Well, I take that back, because for this one, I really did not strive for perfect. But I think you get the idea. Like, yeah, they're only going to look for a few seconds, so it better be good.
You're right, it better be good, but, sometimes we don't want to sweat the small stuff too much, at least.
Yeah, no, definitely true.
Your hands actually look really great.
Yeah, for having done them the way I did, I was like, yeah, I'll leave those in. Those don't look too bad. The feet I struggled with a lot more, actually, in this one.
And the texture there that you did on the I don't know exactly what you would call that. Tutu?
Yeah, I just chose the Victorian texture brush and overlaid it. Like I said,
that's a brush in Procreate. Oh,
yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah, I was not going to spend a lot of time trying to do the detail there.
That is cool. I did not know that that was a brush in Procreate, but I like it. That looks really cool.
Thanks.
You did let some of that texture get up on the wrist up there. I do see that.
That was intentional.
Oh, it was?
The reference has some of that in it. It has some of the lace
is it like
in it.
some kind of clear wrap over the arm that has the texture on
No,
it?
she had like a silk pink wrist guard on or something, or decoration on her wrist, and it had like black lace wrapped around it.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah,
I got
but that's good to know that doesn't read the way that. And granted, I wasn't trying to block that in accurately. I just wanted to get the idea in. But that's good to know that doesn't even closely read to what I thought it might read as.
No.
And then I gave her a French writing paper background just to make that
course.
a little more illustrative. I thought that was pretty.
I absolutely love the ribbon. There is some beautiful flow there. The character, very well proportioned, a fun pose. This just screams Abby to me.
Aw, thanks.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite pieces that you've ever made. This is really cool.
I love when you say that. I always feel like I've gone up a new level because sometimes you'll say that specific thing, like, this is one of my favorite. This is my favorite thing you've ever done. And I'm like, oh, level 6.
I've done it. Abby, you're officially level 6.
I think I'm level 6 now.
In painting.
Depends how many times you've said that to me. I haven't kept count, but...
Well, hey, if you also want to be level 6 or possibly higher at home, you should click that subscribe button.
And comment below with other ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
To level up, if it were. Mm-hmm. And this is the part where we say...
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Private Dancer. Or Tiny Dancer. What's the song Tiny Dancer?
Tiny Dancer is a completely different
know,
song.
I
don't know what
it.
Private Dancer is.
'Cause I'm your private dancer.
I think it's, Come on, Tiny Dancer.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. We'll look it up.